Hope everybody's having a good week. Had to take my cat to the vet this morning. Just an annual checkup. She was fine, but she didn't really enjoy it that much, as any cat or any animal wants to go to the vet. But I hope everybody's looking forward to tonight in Mass Effect. We're going to be hopefully, depending on how much side quests I can get through and how much people talking I can get through. Hopefully we can maybe do Pharos tonight. I'd like to. Otherwise, we'll probably do Pharos on Friday, and then we'll finish the rest of the game when I get back from vacation. Which I believe I will be getting back on the 29th, and so I will be able to stream again on the 30th after the 20th. So there's going to be a 10-day break from last stream to the next stream. But I hope everybody sticks around and keeps watching. But as for tonight, I say we just jump right into it, shall we? Almost didn't hear the sound for some reason. This is going to be loud, as it always is. Too bad I can't turn... I wish I could turn the music down even further without turning it off. But oh well. Yeah, tonight should be fun doing it, but... And see, now that we've done Novaria, there's going to, I think, 1 or 2 Rachni missions pop up somewhere. I think I have to go find them. I don't know if unless we may get a distress call. I am unsure, but if we get it, and we'll go do it, because it's a fun little mission that requires more than just, walk to base, kill things inside base, move on. So relaxing, this music. I'll turn that down a little bit. Load career, because the autosave is generally not very good. Alright. Oh, almost at the exact same time. Alright, well. But we will be starting off tonight by going around talking to everybody. And we'll talk to Joker, because he'll have something to say about Novaria. And then we'll go talk to Liara second, because I think if we talk to Caden first, he'll think I'm flirting with him. So I want to definitely make sure I go to Liara first and get that done. So what Joker has to say.
Boy, am I glad to be off in Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Nope. Got nothing else, Joker.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see you. Any codex? No codex. Different codexes pop up as you play through the game. Just have to keep in mind where they are. So let's head down to Med Lab and then talk to Liara. Then Caden, and then head down and talk to everybody else. Dr. Chakwas. It's sad that they don't give Dr. Chakwas anything more to say than, she's really, the little blurb that she has right now is all that she's had and will have for this whole game. She gets more later, but in other games, but not this one.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Now, Liara. You know better than that.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
And that's why she's got to keep hold on to that.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
And this is where we start flirting.
we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you,
Heh.
and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We're short-lived. We gotta do the best with what we got.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That's saying something.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it
This is a
may
very
actually
common
be an
trope in
advantage.
sci-fi.
You humans are
And
creatures of
fantasy,
action.
now that I think about it,
You
too.
pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
We kind of go roughshod over everything. It happens. But, like I said, we don't have a lot of time to do it.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Because Shepard is a badass.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
I would have just told you.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
It comes off a little
I apologize,
harsh.
Commander.
I
After
wish
our
it didn't.
last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Unacceptable! Will not date aliens. Well, that's not happening.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do
Hell
with my
yeah.
initial interest. But
She's
it has
gonna throw
grown
it
beyond
back
that.
now.
You intrigue me, Shepard. But I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship.
God,
between
I
you
talked to
and
him
Lieutenant
once.
Blanco.
But this is where I can shoot that down. You're female!
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships
I
as
have to go
thought.
shut that down now, too.
But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was
Oh,
I
yeah.
wrong about that too?
I just want to be friends. No. Definitely. Shepard is definitely intrigued, as Liara put it.
No, you were right. There is something between
And
us.
because you're not technically
I knew it.
military,
And
I
knew you
don't have
felt
to
it
get
too.
in trouble with
But does
fraternization
not
laws.
seem rather strange.
Or guidelines.
Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Doesn't have to. If you like somebody, you like somebody. And if they like you back, even all the better.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic.
And
so
love can be dangerous. I'll protect you.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
It's fine. Take your time. I just wanted to know where we're standing, and I'm very happy with where we are.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
No, that's it.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alright, now to go shoot down Alenko. And make sure he stays in the friend zone. Because, well, that's where he's supposed to stay. He's a good soldier, a good friend.
You have some time to talk now, Commander.
I'm listening.
Let's hear it, Lieutenant. I'm always open to my officers.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
this a personal observation, Caden?
I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, especially if you're, if I have misread your interests.
You mean Liara?
Someone? You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
I think she's older than both of us put together.
Young.
Yeah. There's a lower deck rumor that she's interested in me. There's more than the source of
Scuttlebutt says the commander wants to date the scientist.
my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
You seem awfully worried about my personal affairs.
It's just that
I wish there was an
you don't
easier way
have
to
much
say that
downtime
too.
these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal time.
I'm here right now.
Look, you didn't want to talk about Liara, did you? What's your real issue?
You're right. Sorry, it wasn't.
Just gotta shoot that
Liara's
down.
not my main concern. I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that.
That's good.
It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
You have an example?
You're talking about a particular example, aren't you?
You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance...
You mean science made a mistake?
mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
With who?
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret.
Hmm.
We were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help. We just fought a war with them.
Why not? And this is where I would also ask the same question. Why not ask the Asari?
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Yeah, let's hire Turian mercs to train kids on how to use psychic powers. That's
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Furness. To introduce himself, he liked to say, I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father.
Hmm.
I told
Kind of a
him
dick.
he wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured.
and he's Canadian, which is
Vernal
perfectly
hired
fine.
me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out of Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
This is the part where I fix you.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone's special to you,
He's probably served for 14 years, almost half his life.
from making mistakes.
Special. And this is
So you think you have leave to talk like we're more than officers?
I got some signals. Maybe some static.
there's some static there.
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
You're out of line.
Sorry, Caden. This was just a battlefield thing.
There's my answer then.
And we shut him
Sorry
down.
to bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I shall return to my duties.
You do that. Alright, so that's taken care of. Let's go say hi to Rex. I want to hear another war story. God, the dialogue and the sound effects. It like changes on the whim, and it's a little annoying. Put that up. Alright. Yeah, it's better. Because I'm trying to watch the levels, and honestly, I'm a lot louder than everyone else is. But there are times where the game's louder than me, so. Still trying to find that little balance. Alright. Rex! Hey, buddy.
What do you want, Shepard?
Tell me about you.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Like?
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why'd you want to leave?
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
And this is where we find out that Rex is a lot more interesting than just a normal Krogan merc.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other.
That's how you
Didn't
go
matter
extinct.
who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand
The
how
world
much
is a lot
things had
different
changed.
after a war.
We
He
didn't
needs to
have
realize
the
that.
numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
It's good, but
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
but it kind of sounds like a trap.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Say what?
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him,
Betrayal.
he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Tell me more
You
about
must have
this.
family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard. I've got some unfinished business with
I think
my
this is where I can
family,
grab his side quest.
but that's all.
Go on.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I
Grandpappy.
made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Alright. Where is it?
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling
War
Krogan
profiteer.
artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
I can look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay. That's fine.
So long, Rex.
You're probably gonna kill him. Wait a
Shepard.
minute. Shepard. Hey, Ashley. You done being a bigot and a xenophobe?
Commander. What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to Chisoni about her mom.
I
She
did
has to be
already.
hurting. Just saying, Commander.
And it was my decision.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell.
Eh,
What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
I didn't mean to do that.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Jeff is acting up. Tell me about your dad.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class.
Yeesh.
He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Oh, I skipped all that. Oh well.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike.
Typical.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
No means no.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You asked. If there's a rebuttal,
Mike
there's a
thought they'd go
rebuttal.
for a
Move
romantic
on.
walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed.
Mhm.
She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense.
Good on her.
I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol
Agreed.
practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido.
Aikido.
Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
What about you?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Nice. Good for her. That's dedicated.
You
of
traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't
Yeah, because he was
happy.
dead.
I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next
Aikido
thing
will
I
do
knew,
that.
He's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Nice.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell.
Gotta take those ninja classes.
She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander.
They're a little weird,
We do
though.
things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Where's your dad in all this?
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but
True
you
story.
can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees, All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that love
Poetry.
me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners,
My apps
climates,
are all
councils,
acting up today.
governments.
Bored now. Let's go with. I just know who it
I
is.
didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Ulysses is pretty good. Only read it once in high school.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
Sorry, my phone app is acting up. I have to relog in. Doo-doo. What? Oh. There we go. There. Oh, the app's working again. Watching? Yeah, Shepard's not really into the whole. I could just blow it off, but I could just be like, "Oh, so you're religious?"
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
But she's completely tolerant of all ideas. Like, you can believe whatever the hell you want. It doesn't affect me whatsoever. Now, just don't be a zealot.
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
I appreciate that, Skipper.
And
I
that
should
is the
get back
perfect
my
way to
duties.
come
Didn't
across
mean to
that.
take up so much of your time.
And that's it for Ashley.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
It's weird, though, if you play a guy character, there's a lot more flirting that can happen right there. Which is weird to have, especially the way that conversation ends.
Commander, good to see you.
I want to talk about you, Garrus.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
I think this is where we
Well,
get
not as
Garrus'
much
mission,
as
too.
you, But yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this
Yep.
Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Tell me.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is it normal?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the Psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs.
I can just
It was
imagine,
in a bit of a
like, the
panic.
tentacle
But this case wasn't
hammer
like
just
this.
with knives.
Turns
Like,
out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
Krogans have 4 balls.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
Yeah, no kidding. So what did you do?
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing?
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not.
I love
Either
how she
way,
was
it paid
assuming, but she was right.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
That's pretty disgusting.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them.
Ew.
Most of them were a mess. But only on
Imagine
the
like
inside,
suddenly
they
having a second liver or a heart. How your body would react to that.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
Yeah?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order.
Yeah.
They were worried about the hostages.
As they
worried
would
about
be.
Civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to
That's
the Citadel.
something I'd be more worried about.
I told them those hostages were dead anyway. Just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that.
It sucks.
All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
It is. That's a rough choice.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart.
Yeah.
His idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Let's go.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go.
Yeah.
If it's Salion,
He gets really like both he and Rex get really pissed. You don't take them on their mission. Rightly so. What does Tali have to say?
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Oh.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Starin's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
I think you will.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected.
I don't have time for this.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions
Told me
of the
about that.
Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father
She's
is
daughter of an
responsible
admiral.
for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
That's your royalty. It doesn't really work that way.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high
Shepard's not an
value on
idiot.
family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
What if we save the galaxy?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything an Aquarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture.
They don't care about the galaxy saved. They're still alive.
The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive
day.
out the Geth. But
One
even
day.
if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen.
There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So what do you want to do?
What do you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil.
Yeah.
And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently.
But
I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Tell me more about your dad.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty.
No
Even
shit.
before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict. A military man through and through.
Military families
He never
generally
allowed
are.
me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now, I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
What about your mom?
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people.
That sucks.
She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Pretty close.
Sounds
with
like
your
a
dad?
tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy.
Reiterating.
My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once.
That kind of sucks. Never
It's
see your
like
dad
he was
smile.
always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I don't think we
I
talked.
want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't...
Oh, we've already done
All
this.
I know is the story of their origins.
I want to talk
Like
about...
what?
I should go.
See you later.
Alright. Adams doesn't have anything to say. Let's check the vendor. See if he has any... Or actually, just empty out my inventory since we just did a couple missions.
Looking for supplies?
Hell yeah.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright. Sell... Don't need... Don't need that. Nope. 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 Here we go. Hey, look, I have a shit ton of money. I like it. Nope. Sniper rifle. Nope. Plate of coating is... Nope, not gonna use it. Hold on to that just in case. We're already at the bottom. Guess I already did sell some stuff. Nope. Nope. Yes. Keep that. Yeah, keep that. Alright. And you... Oh, look at that! I can get one of these for Liara. Hell yeah, we'll do that. Heavy armor. Scorpion 4 is what I have. Damn. Oh, wait. No. I lose a lot of shields. I'm just getting a little biotic protection. Not worth it. But, here. Let's do this to show you guys how this works. So, yeah, just go up to the locker, and it opens up this menu for her. Alright, and do that. That's more damage. She won't shoot as much, but she will kick some ass. Equip that. So, now that we got, let's go do got those two quests. Doctor at Risk, Strange Transmission. Shit. Let's go finish. Yeah, let's go finish this one. So we got Dis. Two crimes located in Han system, Gemini Sigma cluster, and in Han. Oh, so got Dis. Let's go to Han. So that's in Gemini Sigma. Let's go do that first, and we'll figure out what to do after that. Well, then there's the third part of that quest where we go meet Helena for her third part of that mission. I really wish this elevator was not as slow. I mean, it's memeable at this point, and it already has been. But this game loved its like KOTOR didn't even have elevators like this. I think they're just trying to like showcase the fact that, like, look, you can travel around this whole ship without ever loading. I'm like, I would take loading over just sitting and staring at a wall for 15 seconds. Gemini, I wonder if we'll get a call.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Patch you through.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Oh, this is... I'll let the mission explain it. I know what this is.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space.
I understand
This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Thank you for the info.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
So Vermeer is essentially I always treat it as the point of no return, because if you do all the other quests in the game, including the DLCs and stuff, which I completely forgot about doing, which we'll be doing that after Pharos. Like, say I go New Pharos right now. If I immediately go to Vermeer, that starts the end of the game, and you have to play through it to the end. We're not doing that because there's still a lot of game in this that we haven't even touched. So, but once we go to Vermeer, it'll essentially be the day that we finish this game. So a lot happens. Alright, so Gemini Sigma. There's Gemini Sigma. Ming Han. Yeah. Goodbye, Novaria. Not gonna miss you. Slingshot time! Whee! Survey. Alright. Oh, which planet we actually... Is it this one? Mavigon? Yeah, it's this one. Mavigon. I think this is the one that actually hurts if you go outside. Even though we've been on level 1 hazards before. And there's a survey. Alright. So get this last crime lord and then go see what Helena Blake has to say. chroma lights aren't logged in for my razor. Catch that later. It's not important right now. And this is really loud! Oh. Well, there's only two things. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Oh, see? This one says level 2 hazard, whereas the text on the nav display said 1. So the game did not know what to do. Uh-oh. Wheels came off. And we're up. Excellent. See, look at that. If I just jumped off, I would have just fallen like right near the bottom. And then I wouldn't have been able to pass over a bunch of those hills. But if you tap it, you can go really far. I've always tried to like predict jumps so that I don't like do that, but it doesn't always work. Go around this mountain. The problem with trying to do my XP exploit, especially on planets like this, is you start taking damage just by being here. So,
On my way.
see that there's that bar going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was easy. I don't know if that counts as the first one or not. I'm not sure. I always put that flag down just because, like, I know I'll always know like the general direction to go because there is a north counter on this compass, but it's a rotatable mini map, which is, I wish it wasn't. I wish it was a static mini map with north being up. Dems the brakes. Top of this hill, I see. I think this is the one inside the, like, the underground bunker. Get that off. Those look like turrets. Which is good. I could knock them down quick, and yep, it's turrets. Weekend.
Heading out.
Easy peasy. Where's the entrance? Right there. Yeah, you also always get out on the left side of the Mako, so you want to plan accordingly, especially in environments like this, that you're not outside all the time. You know, just to save time of going around. Okay, there we go. Why isn't my chroma working? It's weird. It's finally loaded, but it doesn't want to. Whatever. Like I said, it's not important right now. Yeah, there's no fanfare in this one. I'm pretty sure it's just one big ass room after this hallway and a bunch of dudes. Haha! Can't touch me. Oh, immunity's gone. Oh god. Oh, he amped me! He amped me! Still amped. There we go. Come on. just destroys them. You know, like it all. Like I like being overpowered like this because it makes the game feel a little more, at least realistic towards you. Where you know you actually, if you shoot somebody, they should die. Oh. Alright. What does the quest say about Fortuna? Oh, back to Novaria system. Is there any loot? No loot. Oh, I leveled though. Finish up fitness. Get that last level of immunity. Would have been helpful a minute ago, but I digress. Almost done with hacking. What kind of loot did we get? Ooh, wait. I'll take it. Hell yeah. That's how helmet still looks like it's still ugly. But I like the black more than like the fake camo. So reminds me more of the all this is missing is the red stripe in an N7, and it's essentially N7 armor. I wish they'd make, or I wish there was armor in this game that was like high level N7, just so you could play an N7 for most of the game. Because, like, yeah, you're a Spectre and you have Spectre, you know, gear and stuff, but there's no Spectre armor, like nothing that says you're a Spectre. Oh, and you are N7. You're Special Forces, so you should be able to, you know, and people know what N7 is, so at least they'd be able to be like, oh yeah, she's fucking N7. It's important. So let's go to Fortuna. Varia. Max. Fortuna? Fortuna! Hold on. Survey. I think this is the one. Yep. Nope. This is the one you land on. It's further out than even. Anthony? Yeah, it's this one. And what's this last one? Nothing. And we shall land. Are you doing your part, Liara? Are you doing your part, Ollie? I hope so. Yep. See, I like little touch, and here's another little touch that the game has pretty much done is on a planet this far out from its sun, it wouldn't have a lot of light. So, like, yeah, I mean, there is light coming from it, but, like, I don't even think you can see the sun in the sky on this one. Yeah, where am I going? Engineering outpost, anomaly, engineering outpost. Alright, so let's head there, and then... looks like there was a path through the mountains right there. Those graphical lines. Actually, it doesn't look like. Oh yeah, you can see them on the capture. There's another reason I would like this game to get an HD remaster. It would probably look so pretty. I mean, it's 12 years old. There's our anomaly that we'll go check out, and the bunker that we're going to be going into is right there. where's the thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that was our first one of the night. Oh well. Damn. We've definitely reached the point where we're getting a lot of experience and money now for like turn-in. I gave 16 grand of credits. And I've also reached the point where I don't need money anymore, so. Just a bunker out in the middle of nowhere, huh? It's like our moon, doesn't it? There's no break. The only way to like slow down that fast is like just pulling back on the stick immediately and be like, eh. Alright. Oh.
Hello again, Commander Shepard.
She has a gun on her back.
I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
Nope.
I killed them because they deserved it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Surely you don't think that necessary. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies.
Still illegal.
These crimes are hardly worth your time. If you press the issue, my assistants are very well equipped to deal with you.
I don't think so.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be redeemed. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
Yeah. I wish people would just look before asking me if I did something. Like, yes, if you had just gone and see, I would have done it.
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see
cool,
this
I
gang
can see her
again.
next
If I do,
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me, my men become nervous in the presence of law enforcement agents.
Disable that.
Goodbye, Shepard.
But, oh, I got a lot of Paragon points for that, though. Don't want to talk? That's fine. I wonder what happens if I shot that. They would be upset. Probably. Is there nothing up here? Well, there's, I'm about to say, like, there should be something up here. Like, there'd have to be something to loot after killing everybody. Because that's what happens if you don't talk your way out of it. She gets pissed and she starts killing you. So, oh, and that door can be opened. I forgot you were yellow. It's just irritating. People just... Never mind. Oh, look. Now the cat wants out. Because she was let in here. It's too bad. She can just stick around. Yeah, that was the other one of the things that the vet told me, is that she needs to lose about 1.5 pounds of weight. And I have known this for a long time. I grew up calling her Fat Cat, but the problem is she's a glutton, and she'll eat. If I feed her too much, she will just throw it all up. If I don't feed her enough, she literally doesn't stop talking. So I ended up just feeding her a little bit 3 times a day, and that seemed to satisfy her. The vet has asked me to reduce it to 2 times, so I know she's not going to like that, but I'm going to have to deal with that. Alright, so that's quest is done. Don't want to do that. Could go back and talk to Werner. So we got strange transmission. That's biotic commune. That's a good place. You know, definitely want to do that because there's a lot of. You can get a lot of Paragon points for this one. So Sentry and Hawking Arrows. Let's go do that. You can cry all you want. I'm not feeding you until after the stream. I fed you this morning. Oh yeah, and see, now that we've beaten Novaria, but a couple other star systems have opened up. Sentry system.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise. The Alliance needs you again.
Shepard. This is Admiral.
I think this is the official request of go take care of it.
An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hawking Etta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers.
This is the official. You need to go check this out.
He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
So, interesting thing about this mission is he references the attack. He references an attack that happened to you. That was the sole survivor, not the war hero, of where like your whole unit was killed by a Thresher Maw attack. He was also part of that unit, or he was a part of the same group that was attacked as well. And even though I'm not sole survivor, there sometimes the dialogue glitches out, and he'll talk to you in his conversation when we're talking as if you were there. So it's interesting if it'll do it again.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed him.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluation showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was.
Oops.
Now it looks like it's too late.
I might be able to end this without violence.
That may not be possible, Commander. We don't want a bloodbath, but Kyle is dangerous. I'll trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
And this, I'm going to do something different, is I'm going to bring Liara with me because she's biotic, but I'm not going to bring Tali, I'm going to bring Caden. Because Caden's a biotic that's had shit go down, so I think he has stuff he can say. this is a cool planet. So it has a big, as it says, the Great Valley Rift, but people believe that it was actually made by a giant, like, gun, like something shot the planet, and that created the giant valley, which is really freaking cool. We'll be able to see it on this planet too. So yeah, we're gonna take Caden and Liara. Caden's gonna be absolutely useless, but yeah, you kind of got to see it a little bit as we were landing. Lag. There it is. So look at that. That stretches across the entire planet. That's crazy. Could you imagine a geological formation on Earth that literally stretched across, like, that was that big, that basically that looks like across the continent of Asia, like something like that was as wide as China. That's nuts. Caden has a lot of points. At least I lose my decryption, but gain it back with Caden. But first aid. Medicine. And then put all the points in the throw. Alright. Can I give him anything? Nope. Give him that. Give him that, because we'll need it in case. Alright. Well, he doesn't get any extra armor, but he... let's see better than that. Real extension. Incendiary. Okay, make fire. Okay. We are going... Right. That's the biotic compound. So... goes that direction and then hit. See, there's an anomaly over there, but it's out of the way. I'm not going to take care of it. But this is one of those good missions. This is one of those, like, padding missions, I would call it, or like if you want to get a lot of good points or bad points, because you can go hard on the bad if you want and just be like, nope, they all gotta die. But if you do the opposite and try and keep everybody alive and not try and kill everyone, it's a really good place to get some Paragon points. I didn't get interesting. X, Y, X, B, Y. Yeah. It's stuck. Terrain insignia. Get much experience. Can I do nope? They got vacuumed. That sucks. Over the hill. Also, warning, there are some places in this game that if you get the Mako like stuck in a valley, you can't get it out unless you head back to the Normandy. And it's annoying because it'll just set you back right back at the starting point for the whole zone. Which can be irritating if you're trying to just explore and you have to go back to the ship, and it's also all the loading you have to do too. And the bionic compound is right there. Alright. Get rid of that. Nope. Just over this ridge. You can make it. Also, just like landing too hard will damage your Mako too. Especially like if you land like just on a wheel, that wheel will just like turn red and be like, nope. Alright. There's some ore to mine that while I'm here. So I'm pretty sure after this mission's over, you immediately go back to your ship. Gold! I like gold. Gold is a heavy metal. Alrighty. And this is one of the, like, I believe if you talk you can, like, the talking basically starts at the door.
Understood.
And we'll see right now.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
Yeah. You could just go full ham, or you could be diplomatic. And Shepard doesn't kill people unless they absolutely deserve it.
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
I want this to end peacefully. If he doesn't see me, people can get hurt.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
And if you don't have enough already, you can't even go in without fighting. And it gets pretty bad.
The Alliance wants someone to pay for those murders. Let me speak to Major Kyle, and maybe I can find some way to help you all get out of this alive.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
So this is also one of those situations where all the people, like, you know how you could just like shoot things? If I shoot people, wait, what's going on? Is he upstairs? Why do I get the feeling I went in the wrong door? Yeah, if I start shooting, they'll start shooting back, and then it'll just be bad. Put the guns away. Yeah. I'm not going to steal anything from their chest because that would probably be seen as provoking. I feel like I wasn't supposed to come in here. Because I remember the Father Kyle quest being underground. This is not an underground part. So I think there was another base I needed to go to. Yeah, there it is. That's like... This is the proper way. I don't know why they would do that, though. It's kind of weird. Each have that conversation over there. And then... Yeah, because you can come straight in here, too. I think you have the same conversation. There he is. Alrighty. Now, let's try and talk... You know what? Just in case. Because I want these Paragon points. I haven't saved in a while. It's always good to have a save.
Major Kyle. I know why you've come. We have no quarrel with you. Why can't you just leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy.
I'll be a
I
zealot.
did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
Sir, I really don't want to kill you.
You can still get out of this alive, Major. Surrender and nobody will get hurt.
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
And you're sounding crazy.
You ordered your followers to kill those Alliance investigators. You must face the consequences of your actions. Do you really want your children to suffer for your sins too?
No. This was my fault. My children are innocent. Pure.
A little creepy.
Please. I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
Look, you're in a tough spot, but you did some bad stuff, and you gotta
You're doing the right thing, Major. Your children will be better off for it. Come on.
Wait. If my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack, and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand. Please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
Alright.
I'm gonna trust you. If you betray that trust, you and all your children will suffer.
I will not betray you, Commander. Thank you for this.
Joker can have the 5th Fleet pick Major Kyle up. I just hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
I guess Caden doesn't have anything to add. Oh well. Because the Ara says that if Tolly's with the group, so. Oh well, I thought he would say something cool. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of the L2 biotics that took the chairman over. Cool, they didn't care. If I bring Caden on that mission, he's like, I'm an L2, and yeah, shit happens. Bad shit happens, but this is the way to get it done. So I think he helps in that conversation. But I talked my way out of that anyway, so. And this is where I get to go impress Hackett.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We sent in a team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded, and the Major surrendered to us without incident. We'll make sure he gets the help he needs.
That's right.
To be honest, Shepard, I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath. I don't know how you did it, but you saved a lot of lives. Congratulations.
I'm a badass. That's how it is. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, so I shall be right back. Ah, my headphones. God damn it. Well, I mean... God, what did I... That means you didn't hear anything. Shh, no. I have to reload. God, 13 hours. Yeah, I think I just lost... Oh my my god, I lost so much. Well, we're not finishing Pharaohs tonight. Shit. Yeah. We're going back to this. God damn it. Fuck!
I am Major Kyle. I know why you've come. We have no quarrel with you. Why can't you just leave us alone?
God damn it. That pisses me off so much. All that work. Literally almost 2 hours of shit. How did... I've been on that screen the whole goddamn time. Fuck. Alright, well.
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy.
And I'm not going to skip
I
any
did what I
dialogue
could
because...
to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
You can still get out of this alive, Major. Surrender and nobody will get hurt.
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
You ordered your followers to kill those Alliance investigators.
Well, I won't be talking
you
very
must
much.
Face the consequences of
I'm
your
gonna be-
actions. Do you really want your children to suffer for your sins too?
No, this was my fault. My children are innocent, pure. Please, I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
You're doing the right thing, Major. Your children will be better off for it. Come on.
Wait, if my children see you taking
I don't
me
even
away, they
know.
won't
Like, I
understand.
don't even
They will
remember.
attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander.
This may not even
now
be
you
the-
must give me time to explain
How,
it to them.
like, far
It
enough
is the
back, but
only
this
way
is
they
where
will
I'm going to have to
understand.
start, because I'm not going back any
Please,
further.
give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound.
I'm gonna trust you. If you betray that trust, you and all your children will suffer.
I will not betray you, Commander. Thank you for this.
Joker can have the 5th Fleet pick Major Kyle up.
God, what level am I? 30, so I'm 3 levels back. What about quests? Cool. So... Alright, so we'll be doing that one. Because I'm not skipping, because these are part of the story and I gotta do them. And you guys heard, and... Oh, I'm so angry at myself. God, it's not the first time I've done that either. Oh,
I just hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
Alright, well. At least I know what to do and run, and so I can fast track. Oh, but the entire... I was literally on the last part of the Armstrong Nebula. Damn it. So angry at myself. It's gonna be an interesting upload. I'm not stopping. We're definitely not going to Pharaohs tonight. I'm not even gonna. There's so much that I'm just not going to grab now. Alright, so that's done. We're going to go Salion, which is where? Halion, Kepler, Verge, Herschel.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle.
So
We
down
sent in
right
a
now.
team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded, and the Major surrendered to us without incident. We'll make sure he gets the help he needs.
I wish the
To
preview
honest,
could be
Shepard,
bigger.
I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath.
You know
I
what?
don't know how you did it, but you saved a lot of lives. Congratulations.
There. I'm making it that big from now on. Just so it's right there in front of me. That whatever's on that should be matching that. No more exploring, just. So depressing right now. I'm not even gonna gear out Garrus. I don't care. He's Liara will do more, and I'll be fine. If he dies, he dies. I'm not going to.
Finally, some action.
With 3 levels and like 2 out, like. What am I doing? Because I don't even have audio on that channel,
Thank
like,
you.
you guys
Thank
have
you for
none of
saving
it.
me
It was
from
just
those
me literally
things.
talking, or nothing for.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Salion.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of
Are
here.
you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no
And
escape
I talked to
this
the
time.
crew again.
I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy.
Well, now
He's
you'll be able to
crazy.
hear what
Please,
I talked about.
Don't let him do this to me.
Yeah, I'm not good. Such. It's so depressing.
We'll take him in, drop him off with the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away. Not
If he
again.
dies, we'll never know what he's been up to, or how he did it.
God.
We'll take him in, interrogate him, and he'll serve his time.
Okay. You're right. You're a very lucky Solarian.
I'm so
You owe the
upset right
commander
now.
your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
And so he dies anyway.
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus, but you can
I
control
said this
how they
earlier, but it's
respond.
still a good life lesson.
In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Yep. I don't care. Let's get off this thing. So upsetting. Now we'll go to Rex, which is in the same system as Pinnacle Station. Because I don't. Because, yeah. episode. God damn, this is upsetting. Nope. Do all the Armstrong Nebula again. Like, after I finish the stream, I'm gonna have to go back and just look and just make timestamps to let people know, like, part of me just wants to restart this whole thing. There's so many things I said. Did. This is the only way to salvage it.
This is the place. My armor's here.
Yeah. Rex. Are you serious? Now I'm just getting irritated. And I don't like being irritated when I don't have to be. Over something. Stupid ass. Now he's dead. One more person up here.
Hold the line!
Jesus. That went a lot smoother than the first time. Not that you saw the first time.
This is it.
Yeah?
I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I mean, everything I said earlier was still absolutely true about all this. But now it's just it's not going to line up with what's going on. And when it actually is on screen again, I won't have... Oh, oh I bet I lost that Savant thing too. Took all the wind out of my sails right now. So upset. You know what? We did a lot earlier. I'm gonna call it for right now. We just did those 2 missions really quick. We still have several other side missions to do, and I just want to be able to talk about them again without sounding so like defeated, because this was pretty. I lost so much, but yeah. So I'm gonna save it right here. We're gonna come back and talk to everybody again, because everybody has something new to say. But yeah, so sorry about the snafu tonight, guys. Sorry about cutting it off a little bit earlier than we've been doing so far. But I literally just, I just stream for 2 hours without anything on screen, just talking. And in another world, that may be good, but I'm sorry, guys. I'll be back Friday. We'll get as far as we can. I will be streaming till midnight on Friday, even though I have to be up and to catch but the flight's at like 1:30 or something, so I'm not that big a deal. But yeah, so I'll be back Friday doing more of this. Maybe we'll probably get to Pharos on Friday, but we'll have a lot to do when we get back, and I won't be under as many time constraints of like I have to get this done before the vacation, because I'm very upset. Like, I turned the mic on, but I didn't switch the screen. Learning lessons for all of us. Sorry, tonight was kind of a letdown, but we'll be back on Friday. I'll be in a better. Definitely be in a better mood because I'll be going to I won't be going to Alaska on Saturday. I'll be going to Alaska on Sunday. I'm just leaving for our boat on Saturday. But yeah, so but yeah. Hope everybody had a good time for what we did get to see. Sorry tonight was such a letdown, but talk to you guys later. Bye.